Welcome back to Bear It All In podcast. I am your host, Paul Bear, and I know, it has been a very long time since I've done an episode, about 5 months or so. Who's counting? Who gives a shit, right? Well, I do, because I am back, baby. I am fired up. The last couple months I've been dealing with some shit, and you know what? I feel healthy as I can be right at the moment. I have changed up my diet. I am eating mainly all meat, taking the carnivore diet. Don't get me wrong, I'll have some fruits and vegetables here and there, but I am feeling fucking fantastic. And I'm looking to start working out again. And, I realize about myself because of how I've been feeling. Been feeling like shit. I became lazy. But now I switched over to this diet, and my thought process has changed tremendously again. And I am tired of being lazy. I've been busting my ass at work, and it's not about working harder than everyone else, but it is about working harder than I did the day before. And boy, I am on fucking fire, you know. And I am also pissed off at the same time. Normally on my Facebook or Instagram or whatever, I don't normally go on my comment section and start arguing with people. But when you come on my fucking page and you talk some shit, and I go on your page, I hope you try to give me the same respect I try to give you. A few people have been on my page because I posted something funny about Biden. They're the one that I had posted was a scene from Kung Fu Panda where he's trying to get the scroll, and his master tell him open it, and he opens it, and he's like, "Wow!" And he goes, "What is it? What is it?" And he just turns around and goes, "Nothing." Let the hate comments start rolling, and I start reading it, and sorry to give me what Trump did. That's actual facts, not made up. I can guarantee you Biden did better. I'm like, okay. Okay, for one, I wasn't talking about Trump. I was talking about Biden. And I wasn't even talking negative. I just thought it was fucking hilarious because he's been in politics for 40 plus years, hasn't done one single thing. I remember back then that there was a comedy place, a place that where they had a Joe Biden night. I don't remember where I've heard this from, but I know it's true because I've heard people talk about it before. They bash Biden. They made fun of Biden. What he's going through right now, this depression or this, I don't know what is it, if it's dementia or what, but he's not there. I mean, he was never there to begin with, but regardless, if he's got dementia, it's not funny to poke fun at that because it's not his fault. He's 80 plus years old. But of course, I'm gonna get the hate comments going. Oh, Trump's 70 and he did this and he's I'm like, God damn. I wasn't talking about Trump. I was talking about Biden. Now, a lot of people have been posting stuff, and the same people that comment on my stuff, I start going on their thing and start commenting on theirs. And I hate getting arguments, but this is just fun to me. It is absolutely fun to make some comments, and I try to give the honest truth. Just lately they had the debate between the two. I thought he did pretty good, but I think he could have done better. And there's something that he did and said that I'll get to in a minute. But what really pissed me off throughout the whole fucking debate was when Biden said no American soldier were killed and while he's been president. There was 13 soldiers that were left behind and they died. 13 of them. Never said their names. Most he did was go down where they're taking their caskets from the plane, and he decided to stand there and look at his watch. And then when journalists call him out on it, and his press secretary would be like, "Oh no, he wasn't checking his watch." he had other stuff going on, and that's what some people will comment on my shit or their shit, whatever. And it's like, are you serious? He then it's so funny because the one person that I was getting a little bit of a disagreement with, oh, it was all photoshopped. I watched the video; it wasn't photoshopped. And you're gonna sit there and tell me it's Photoshop when there's a video on it and it's right there. You just come on, that's not Photoshopped. Then you turn around on the comment. Oh, he did look at his watch, but he had other things going on. There was more to the story. Is it Photoshopped or is it he did look at his watch? Because regardless, whatever the rest of the story is, still looked at his watch. That doesn't change anything. You're at a funeral. You're supposed to show respect to the people. You're a commander in chief. But regardless, you are commander in chief. Their blood's on your hands. You pulled out. People get arguments about with me. Or Trump pulled out. He was pulling out. He was trying to. I'm like, no, he was backing off X amount of places. He was backing off slowly. And he told anyone that tries to hurt the civilians of those towns or whatever, whatnot, he'll start moving back in. And Trump had it right. Just slowly moved out. Move away slowly. Move away slowly. But and Biden leaving all the weapons and all the tanks and vehicles, you left it there for the Taliban to take. Why would you do that? I think Russia's on that side. I don't know. But yeah. But now back to Trump. One thing I didn't like about the debate where he was talk about the golf thing. If that was at the end of the debate, oh yeah. Let's do some golf. Think you're a better golfer? Let's do some 18 holes. Cool. Make it even funnier. But yeah, the whole debate was just a fucking joke. There's a couple funny parts to it. And, the funniest parts where everyone is, oh, look at their faces. Oh, they're old. But whatever. And you know what? If people really want to know, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. And it's not has to do with I'm a Trump supporter because I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not. I am a conservative. I do vote mainly Republican. I do look at both parties, even the independents, the middle. I look at all three sides. I really do, because you can't just look at one side of the party, because with the biggest nominee, the biggest person they want to represent their party isn't good. You got to expand it out. And I really do think there should be a Republican and Democrat. And I think that everyone should be an individual running. You vote by the person, not by the party. I also do understand why we have parties, but at the same time, I don't. What they should do is have, like every administration, you have your people that you work with. And that's it. You vote by the person, because it's not what the voting is supposed to be. Like, you vote for the person, not for the party, because it was always like that before. So why we don't go back to it? But what the hell do I know? I'm just a regular civilian. But yeah. And another thing is, why complain about the two people? Like, we have independent people. We had a couple of people. They're really good choices, I think. Yeah, one was a Democrat. Both of them were Democrats, and now they decided to go independent. You had Tulsi Gabbard. That's the only Democrat I would have voted for if she would have came in as one of the nominees. I would have voted for her. Another one that's been catching my eye is Robert Kennedy Jr. I mean, he's been catching my eye. It seems like he has really good interests about America. I think he wants to leave off where his uncle and his dad has left off at. He's not a politician necessarily, I guess, but he's more like an environmental science guy or whatever. But I think it'd be good to have that person, have him in. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram or Facebook, or whatever, he looks like he lives like a normal life, like an ordinary person's life. Yeah, he makes good money, but I mean, if you watch his videos, he looks like he's a standard straight up dude. But another thing I really want to know, what happened if no one voted? Just no one vote. Okay, if everyone's so tired of fighting and stuff, just no one vote. And I think what happens if no one votes, I think Congress appoints someone. I mean, shit. Everyone's, they're both old. Well, don't vote. My fear is, though, if Congress appoints someone, it'll be Bernie Sanders, but he seems more of a socialist, so we got to be careful. Or just don't vote for those guys, and the Congress can point to other people we could try to vote for. That'd be better. We should be able to have a pass. Nope. It's like a Tinder. Swipe right, swipe left. Keep swiping. That would be a great idea. Presidential Twitter. Tinder? Presidential Tinder? Yeah. Presidential Tinder. Just keep swiping. But yeah. And just get rid of it. Just stop. Just stop the fighting. We don't need any more fighting. It's just ridiculous. I'm getting so tired of people that are all for Biden or all vote blue no matter who. Knowing the guy has dementia, but you're still gonna vote for him because you don't want Trump in office, and you claim that Trump's gonna ruin the world. Who said? Did he say that? Because I haven't heard that. I heard Biden say it. I've heard Democrat people say it, but never Trump himself. I've never heard him say that. Never hear him say anything negative. All these people that are saying this are so worried about, he only wants to make the rich richer. Okay. And then why do you work for a company that makes a lot of money that gives you a paycheck? Give money to the rich, they get richer, more they can pay you. Makes sense, right? Means better economy because more money's getting thrown out. So it's just, I just came to notice that anyone that's a Democrat seems to like the handouts. They expect things to be handed to them. I just don't understand why. Well, I grew up poor and I live poor. Well, then move, get a better job. I mean, don't blame me because you're fucking miserable. I mean, I'm not saying I got the best job in the world, but I still work and I like doing what I'm doing, and I bust my ass now, and it's just, come on. I'm not bitching how much I make. I'm thankful to have a job. I think a lot of people are. But a lot of people do take advantage on certain things, and they want to bitch, whine, and moan about. And the only people that get blamed is themselves. Like I'm poor. Come on. Just do better. Everyone should be doing better. Every day you should do better. No one should be fighting. I fucking hate fighting. I hate drama. I grew up with the fighting. I grew up with the drama. And I'm so sick of it. Now, right now with politics and the way everyone is online, that's the biggest one is social media. Social media has ruined a lot of shit. I mean, it's brought up some good shit, but also, everything comes out with checks and balance. The only thing we could do is learn from it. I gotta stop drinking pop. That's my biggest downfall because I like the fizz. Especially when I go to bed at night, I gotta have the fizz. Wake up in the middle of the night, crack open pop. Something about the fizz that helps me, calms me down, has me go to sleep. The fizz. But yeah. But yeah, this is my new studio. I am happy that I got done. My wife and I worked our asses off getting it done. Um, my wife is not behind the computer right now. Make sure everything's running smoothly. She's doing her own thing tonight, and she showed me a couple things how to do, what to do on it. So I am learning something new every day, I guess. Excuse me. But yeah, I like this little space. This actually was our bedroom. Then we decided to move our room another place in our house and um make this as my little own bear cave, the bear den. I like it. I like it a lot by myself. Quiet back here. Get a lot more work done. But yeah, I'm excited for hunting this year. Um I think this year is going to be better than the last couple of years, and I think that a lot of hunters are hunting for whitetail here in Wisconsin is just it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot better. You know, I've been seeing a lot more deer in the coming home at night, even in the morning when I leave for work. I mean, I've been seeing so much activity, and I see them in the fields. I see them crossing the roads. I don't see too many dead ones here and there. My one or two once a week, but I know that's a lot. But it's better than last couple of years you find mainly dead ones on the side of the road and nothing alive. And I know I talked about it, the deer population going down. I have my beliefs on wolves and maybe a little bit of CBD, but CWD, but CWD, if you block off a certain area, DNR does a good job. I mean, that stuff will go away, whatever, whatnot. And another thing that I know last year and the year before that, there was a thing called blue tongue. Um, Basically, it's something where they drink water from and it spreads. It's like an infection in the mouth, turns the tongue blue, and it starts sticking out. Like basically, the mouth gets paralyzed or something. I don't know if that's right or not. So if anyone that knows, comment in the comments because I like to know. I didn't do enough research on it. I didn't find a whole lot, I guess. But I know it's contagious for other deer. I think it's flies and stuff that gets in the water. Like if there's a puddle in the woods or something, and deer go drink it after a bunch of flies being in it. I think that's how it becomes, uh, how they get it infected. Um, yeah. So there's a lot of blue tongue going around. I guess in the general area where I live, but I think that's starting to go away. But yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it. Didn't do enough research, and I don't think there's enough to know about it except for flies infected the water supply. But yeah. But I'm excited for this year. I can't wait. I got a something going on for opening day of gun. I'm gonna be missing 3 days because my wife wants to take a vacation, so we're gonna do that. Um, but I get bow season. I love shooting my bow. I've been shooting my. I was shooting my bow a lot this early spring, and the house that's behind us was no one lived there, so I decided to shoot my bow and be in that general, not hitting the house or anything, just shoot my bow at my target. So if no one's coming by, no one's walking that yard, no one's gonna get hurt. And someone moved in there, and I was trying to know when their schedule was so I could keep shooting. And then one night, because I got some light up knocks, I was gonna shoot a couple arrows, just to keep that repetition going, just keep the muscles loose. And my daughter must have played with my bow, like try like mess with the sight. And when I shot, overshot it and went to a tree. And I was trying to look for it, I couldn't find it. So I think what just the impact of hitting that tree just turned off the knock, the light up knock. And then a few days later, I noticed that someone was over by the tree and looked like they were trying to wiggle something out. And I was like, oh shit, that's gotta be my bow. And then later on that night, I seen a glow that I'm like, oh, that's a weird place to have like a little, decorate thing. And so I took my binoculars the next morning. I was like, oh fuck, that's my bow, my arrow. I never went to go get it, but so I stopped shooting my bow in my summer yard, and so now I gotta go somewhere and shoot. It's been so busy with other stuff, and so I just haven't shot for the last 2 months now. I'm starting to get a little anxious, especially on nice days. I love to go out and shoot, so I gotta find time and some place to shoot. So, but yeah, I can't wait for bow season. I can't wait. I just can't wait for hunting season. I can't wait for the cool weather to start again. I hate the heat. So, but yeah, here we are. And I also want to have some guests on here too. There's someone that I know because here in Wisconsin, there's been a lot of rain, and I noticed before we started getting all this rain. I noticed that for a few days there was no planes up in there. You don't see no little trails. And this person that I want to talk, he has his own podcast, and I'm not gonna say the name right now or the podcast because I don't know if they're still doing it because I don't see them on Facebook a whole lot. So I don't know if they moved their podcast somewhere else or if they're taking a break or whatever. But I'm gonna see if they want to come on and if he wants to give a shout out to his own podcast and his name and stuff, whatnot, and whatnot. We're gonna do that, and that probably help him expand his genre out more. So that's the plan. And if, like I said, if you want to want me to talk about something, leave a comment. I'll talk about it. We can listen on and whatnot. And yeah, but I'm back, baby. I am ready and I'm fired up. So yeah. So I'm gonna go to bed. It's getting pretty late, and I will do another episode in the morning. So by the time you see this podcast, I might have another one the same day. So take care. Peace.